Hmm.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Blogging Lunchtime Bytes. Um, Today I have Catherine Wilfong with me again. Yay. Hi, Catherine.
Hey Arizona, how's it going?
Not too good today.
Mm.
And I wanted to start off by giving a heads up to the audience. I was diagnosed almost a year ago now with trigeminal neuralgia, and today is one of my bad days. I had to take some pain meds. So if I seem a little bit slow, that's why. I'm sorry. So, Catherine, are you ready to learn how to set up a blog?
I am.
But let's see, you didn't get one prepared. And I think actually the best thing in the world for us to do on this is for me to go ahead and open a post that's already done and kind
Okay.
of walk y'all through it.
Okay. That
Okay.
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put my camera on or off
All right.
and go start it.
And if anyone has any comments, I've got comment tracker running, so
And if anyone wants to jump in, if they have a question, um, just have them, oops, I did that wrong. Um, it's going to make me do it that way. Just have them say so in the comments and I will pull them in. So y'all know by now that this is the series is totally run based on the Today's Visions website, which is a WordPress multi-site. So we go here, and I've already logged in, but if you haven't, you would go over here and log in right here. And what I want to do is go back into my dashboard. And if I go too fast, you're going to slow me down, right, Catherine?
I will.
Okay. So when you go into the dashboard, it comes up and it shows you the most recent post. So Atiba posted one today that I need to go out and read. But if you want to see your post, you would go to Post and All Post. And just to show you, if you wanted to go and write a new one, you can push here for Add New. You can come here for Add New. So there's no end of navigational ways of going around things.
Okay, so you just want to add a new post. So this is posting a new blog.
Actually, I hit Edit Post on this one post because what I wanted to do is kind of show you one that's already set up.
I know, but if you wanted to add a new post, you would just put add a new post.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay,
would.
cool.
Sorry, I misunderstood you. So this is what your post layout looks like. Here's your title.
Mm-hmm.
You have, I think it's 155, but let's find out. Up 65 characters. See, I was way off. So you want to keep your title short and sweet, and you want to make sure you have keywords in your title. So this one, my keyword was courage.
Now, is this where you might want to do keyword research before you post a blog, or is it or do you just want to possibly blog on whatever it is that you feel strongly about?
You can go, the way I do it, I write my blog post first,
Okay,
and then I determine my title after that.
okay,
Um, and I do that so that I can, yeah, I want to write about what means something to me, what's important to me.
That
And
makes
within that, yeah, but within that, you're going to find keywords.
that makes
Like
sense. Hmm.
this one, in all honesty, I just now thought about this, is maybe I should have entitled this one Leadership Courage, because that would have put both of my keywords into the title.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, because as I think we stated last week, uh, when you have point of view and you're blogging from a place of authenticity, then you can really, you know, title your blogs based on the content, and that really comes through.
Right.
Okay.
And sorry about this, guys. I want to do this real quick so that when Catherine talks, she will be visible. Okay, so once we get the title in, and another thought on this is that I always write all my blog posts in Word first.
I don't use Word. I have whatever Google provides. But do you suggest getting Word if you're a heavy blogger?
I would say if you're a heavy blogger, yeah. If it's you're only blogging once a week, you can probably use the what is it called? Because I don't use them very often. The Google Docs.
Google Docs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Google Docs.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually started using Google Docs more since being involved in the OTS show.
Right, because it's nice to be able to share documents, and I'm sure you can share Word documents on Google, you know, in Google Drive, but the Google Docs is just really easy to use.
Well, it's easy to collaborate. Very, very easy to collaborate.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so we come down to the next box on the left-hand side of the screen. And this is a big empty box that everybody goes, OMG, how am I going to fill this up?
Yeah. I just wanted to say Marcus Deterrell, I don't know how he says his last name, says that you're doing a great job, Arizona, despite your current conditions. So he's cheering you on.
Aw, thank you. I think I saw a couple other people in the audience too. Ron Snayberger.
Dave Pipe is also saying hello, and I'm trying to see who else might be here. I don't know what this says, but I'll just post this up anyway. We've got a few people who speak languages other than what I do, so here we go.
Alrighty, so are we ready to start again?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
Okay, so if it were me, I would copy and paste. And when I copied and pasted my stuff, I would use this paste as a text. And this is because Word and other document processors or word processors, they put all kinds of strange characters in it. And so your results on your website may not look like what you want it to look like. If it makes any sense at all. And it can make it really vary browser to browser. Really, really bad. So it might look wonderful in Firefox and look horrible in Internet Explorer. So it's just smart when you're pasting from another document processor to do it via text rather than just a flat go in here and paste. And once you do that, most of the other things are really simple and normal. Whatever you want to bold, you could highlight and hit the bold button.
Okay.
And by the same manner, you can take the bold off and go, that's too much, and then you want to italic it. So this is like any other word processor.
Okay. And so this is the processor provided by
Wordpress. It's called Tiny Mouse.
Okay.
Or Tiny Mouse is what everybody calls it. And if you don't see both bars, you'll see this, it's a toggle toolbar, or toolbar toggle, and that turns the bottom one on and off.
That's good to know.
This one, your block quote, what that does is simply puts things into like quotation marks, makes it go off to the side.
Okay.
And I have another feature that I love that I've included in on everybody's blog is this insert shortcut.
Okay.
Because what I could do with that, say I wanted to do it with this, is I could actually do a proper pull quote, like you see in the magazines.
A what?
A proper pull quote. You know, in the magazines where you see a certain sentence that's highlighted and pulled off to the side? That's kind of like, hey, this is a really important nugget you must know.
It doesn't come to mind, but I would have to.
See one?
I'm sure. Let's. Yeah, if you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See how this is pulled off to the side here?
Uh-huh.
When I insert this and we go preview my changes, da, 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 da. See how it's off to the side of what's written now?
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. In magazines, it's called a pull quote or an aside, either one.
Ah, okay.
So, but I really don't want that on there. Anyway, this is a feature that is offered on today's Visions that if you are working with a fresh installed WordPress, you're not going to have this. Just get hold of me and I'll let you know what plugin name is and how much it costs. I don't think it was too much, probably under $10, but I can't rightly remember.
This is a plugin that you can add.
It is a plugin that you can add. It's automatically active on all the Today's Vision sites. So everybody has access to all of this.
Ah, but if you aren't on Today's Visions and you just have WordPress, you may not you don't have this plugin, but you can purchase it.
Correct.
Ah, gotcha. Thanks. So this is another reason you might want to join Today's Visions.
Hey, you never know what type of little tidbits I'm going to add in for fun.
Exactly.
So you would go through your post and make sure, since you did a cut and paste, you're going to make sure that everything is set up the way you want and that you know all of these are working. These are done by this up here. You can either have a bulleted list or a numbered list.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that easy to change it. So it's really great.
Awesome. Yeah, there's
I
was going to say there's some other people that have shown up. It looks like Tanya Lemire is with us now.
Hi.
I'll just say hi.
Hello. Okay, so that's your basics on how you get a blog post done. When you get this part done, you always want to come down and fill in the excerpt, which I haven't done on this one. So,
Jane Anderson was just saying thank you for showing that feature about the pull quotes.
You're welcome, Jane. And what the excerpt is what you actually want to say to draw someone in to read the article. Now, what I did here is kind of a quick cheater's way. I just copied and pasted the first couple sentences. But it is always better to make this totally different than, you know, what you're starting your thing out with. The other item is your tags. Now, your tags are your hashtags. So what do you want people to be searching for when they come and look at this article? So the other one I want to add in is leadership.
Okay. Now, this is just down toward the bottom of the page. Just start going down the page, and this is just down.
Right.
Okay. This is things to start filling out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of think of hashtags because I'm old school and I was raised reading indexes in the back of the book. I
Hmm.
think of hashtags as the index. What words would you index if you were creating an index for this article?
Right. I think so too. So,
The other thing you really want to do is to have a featured image. And this is so that on your front page, the image will show up with the article, and everybody knows that images grab attention first.
yes, I believe images are essential.
Yeah. Now, in the today's visions layout, it's important to remember that this image is not going to show up in this article unless I add it to it.
Okay. So now I think it's a good time to have a quick discussion about images.
Okay.
Now, I use lots of different images, and there's a website that I get images from that I pay for. And on the website, it says proper accreditation is always nice, and but it doesn't say that you have to um, use it and have to show it, and it's for web purposes. So I purchase, the images for web use.
Right.
So proper attribution is always welcome. I think that's the way they word it. So, which means I believe it means I can attribute it on the website if I want to. It's not necessary. It doesn't say I have to. I'm sure there's some places that you can go that say, please, you have to do this. There's probably different rules for different pictures, but I do believe that anytime you use, someone's photo, attribution is important. If you uh, depending on what's done and how you purchased it or haven't purchased it.
And I think that right there is a key. I think if you get any free image, it is, I think you must give attribution.
Mhm.
Whether it's legally required by the website or not, that is the right thing to do for the artist.
Mhm.
If you purchase it, I think you have every right. You've paid for it. You have every right to use it with or without, and it's up to you.
Mhm. So that's so I agree. I because sometimes I want to attribute things, but I'm not tech savvy enough to figure out how to do it.
I will show you that little trick next week when we talk about putting links into a blog post.
That's good because I do believe that's important, especially when they're free, to definitely attribute
Attribute and link back.
and link back exactly.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, yay. Tanya gave a good piece of advice to Jane Anderson about pull quotes.
Yeah,
It
here we go.
helps.
Let me share that. Quick something. Marketing says pull quotes are all the rage. Woo! Helps
It,
up the block of text, making it easier to read. Hashtag design tip.
that is definitely true. And it's the same with bulleted lists. Bulleted lists are becoming really, really important now, too, to break up. Okay, so from here, now you know how to set it up. You're going to do a title that is 65 characters or less and contains keywords. And that's going to be determined, your keywords are going to be determined after your title. It's going to be determined after you write your post so that you know what your keywords are. You're going to put an excerpt in that preferably contains different text to draw in the reader.
Mm-hmm.
And which is going to be kind of a great break off to our next discussion.
Okay.
You want to make sure you have keywords listed,
Right.
and those are your hashtags.
Right.
and you want to have a feature image so that it shows up on the front page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
I think this is great. Yeah.
I feel a little bit slower, a little bit ickier. Who knows?
Well, I hope you feel better. So.
I will get there.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was ways to write your post. And go ahead.
I know. I said this is good. Ways to write. Yeah.
It's all about what I want to talk about. It's about the openers. So, like the first one is problem, agitate, solution. This is the one that Tom talks a lot about and that you and I had issues with.
Mm.
This is the one where you say, hey, do you have this problem? And if you do, you're going through this horrible thing and that horrible thing and the other horrible thing, and I'm going to make it sound 100 times worse than it really is, and I'm going to present a solution.
Right.
And it works. Unfortunately, it really works.
Well, yes, I'm sure it does work. Mm-hmm.
But I hear a but in there.
For me, I'm not an advice giver. So that's not what I do. I don't tell people how to live their life. So for me, some of that works and some of that doesn't work. I do need to be able to tell people that I can help by giving them certain thoughts and looking at their issues, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
So you're not a problem, agitate, solution type person?
That I'm halfway there. I will say, are you feeling stressed? Do you have this issue? Is this going on? Because people might have something going on with them, and I can take a look at that. But I'm not going to tell you this is exactly what you need to do. And other people will do that. They will come up with a solution and say, if you buy this from me, it's going to solve all your problems. Mm-hmm. That's not what I do. I can take a look at what's going on with you and say X, Y, Z, but it's going to be up to you to make your decision. I just give you information. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
So your solution is then giving information.
I give information.
Yeah, which is you could put in the solution. There's a way of wording that, like geez, I don't know. There's three.
I'm more of an observer. When you talk about being an observer, I'm a non-judgmental observer, and so that's what allows me to read the situation, so I can give information. So therefore, you can take that and do with it what you want.
So it might be that the next formula. Mm-hmm. I mean, these are like 1 plus this plus this plus this equals a great blog post. Mm-hmm. The next one might be AIDA, A-I-D-A, and it stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. So you're grabbing the attention, mm-hmm. You're making it a little bit more interesting, which mm-hmm. is building the desire and leading them to take an action.
Right. That sounds more along the lines of what I would want to do.
Yeah, that's to me, that one is definitely kind of more my style. I'm going to take a break real quick because Jane left a message. In case y'all don't know, Jane Anderson is going to be on Thinking Out Loud this Friday. I am so excited. And it's not showing her thing. Can you show it?
Sure. Okay.
There we go.
Do you want me to read it off? I don't know if
Sure.
you can see it. It says, this is a value-centric broadcast, especially for me. I use WordPress and love it, but I'm a novice-level user. I need lots of advice. Me too, Jane. My blog is strictly for pleasure, not for business. Well, I'm turning mine in for business. But you know, I'm still a novice. But I still want it to look appealing. Absolutely. Be interesting and sound fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah, even if it's for a tiny audience. And you never know, it might grow into a huge audience. So, yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
Oh, Terry Lee Britton just left a good piece of advice.
Okay. Heard a great remark about hashtags this week. Think of hashtags as groups, not merely as keywords. Have never used a hashtag. Until now, huh, Terry?
That's an awesome. I got to think about that one. Thinking about it as groups. Terry, have you seen an article on that? And if so, could you paste a link? It would be awesome.
I don't know why Tanya's it's not coming up. She's had one that said your passionate pleasure just might become your business. So I don't know why hers is not showing. So
And we're all laughing at Terry Lee Britton for using a hashtag.
I don't know why they're not coming up now. Oh, maybe they don't want them to. Anyway.
I don't know. I couldn't get it to come up either.
So anyway, maybe they're private conversations and they're going, wait, we don't want this to be said. And I'm announcing it all over.
Well, and we are almost out of time. I didn't take a second, and I apologize to introduce you properly. You want to tell anyone about where to find you on the web and Twitter and all that?
Yeah, you can find me at balancedenergy.com. You can find me on Google Plus under Catherine Wilfong. And I did have up my other information. I don't know why I do this. I was looking for the right one. I'm also working on a psychic phone hotline on Kasamba, and I was trying to find this one so people can also call me here. Did it come up? Did my No, I don't know why things aren't coming up. Right.
I don't either. We're having
technical difficulty now.
Well, at least we can broadcast.
Yes. So anyway, www.kasamba, KASAMBA.com /psychic psychic healer Catherine. So try reaching me there.
Put the link in the event.
Let's see here. What do you mean put the link in the event?
Just type in the link and leave a comment and put the link in the comment in the event, in the comment stream.
I don't even know what you're talking about now. So.
Okay. We'll talk about it after the show.
We'll figure that out later.
Dave Pipe says, I use hashtags a lot, Tanya, as they help me track my music history posts to using my personal hashtag. Very cool. I use it too for tracking things on Today's Visions. I use hashtag Today's Visions because nobody else does. So that's really cool. Can't think of much else to say except if you don't have a Today's Visions website and you would like a website where you can follow along exactly as we're working through this, I highly recommend you going out to Today's Visions and joining. It's totally free, and where else can you get a free website, free training, free promotion? I mean, come on, guys. It's a win-win situation.
It is a win-win situation. Definitely join Today's Visions. This is an awesome place. And there's lots of great people on today's visions, lots of awesome blogs and great community.
Yeah. And you can go to todaysvisions.com to check it out further. I will talk with y'all later. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next week.